good day to all of my friends around the world. Or actually, I should say good morning. It is now here, let's see, 6:36 a.m. in Ohio. And I'm sorry if I still sound a little tired. I just woke up like maybe an hour ago to feed and change my daughters. But anyway, when I woke up this morning, I got an article shared on my Facebook page by my friend Naomi. Now, this particular article, I was pretty much aware of these interviews because I was one of the people to have been interviewed by Mr. Leland, John Leland. I spoke with John like maybe last week sometime. And yeah, so the point of this video, I made a video like this before, you guys know, just to show an appreciation video, for mentioning me in this article, and also to congratulate the other language learners who were also mentioned here. So I'm not making this video to show off and say, here's my name, here's blah, blah, blah. Like I said, I made videos like this before. So, all right. Where are we going? Okay, so this article was it in the New York Times, and basically there was a interview on our friend Timothy Donor at 16 years old. Now, there are a few things here that I'm just surprised about. Like, the first thing is I didn't really know who Timothy was. Like, I had no idea who he was until Mr. Leland mentioned him when I spoke with him last week. He asked me if I knew who Tim was, and I wasn't sure who he was. And then like I didn't really, after he told me about him, I said, okay, he must be a new language learner in the community, because I think lately there's been quite a few young language learners introduced. I believe Timothy's 16, and there were some others mentioned. They were like 14, 15. I believe his name is Brian. He's from the USA. I think I have his channel. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and just post some other channels and names, just names of people who I think should also be mentioned, because they, like I said, they've been in the community for a while. They've been very inspirational and inspiring to other people who are interested in learning foreign languages. So that's just the first thing. I didn't really know too much about our buddy Mr. Donor. So yeah, this is good stuff. I want to congratulate, special congratulations to Timothy and the other people who were mentioned in this article as well. The second thing I was kind of surprised about was the fact that there were certain people who weren't mentioned in this article who I felt should have been mentioned. So I wrote down some names here because I can't remember all the names, especially this morning. So I have some names here. Steve Kaufman of Canada. A lot of people know who Steve Kaufman is. I really do think that he should have at least been mentioned in this article. I mean, Steve Kaufman's been very, very inspirational for myself. I learned a lot from watching his videos, so I was kind of surprised not to see him mentioned in the video as well. He's a big language enthusiast like everyone else, and he's older, but his achievements are very admirable. So Steve Kaufman, like I said, I'm going to put his channel, or actually I have his channel on my front page, but I'm going to still include it in the description area. Then we have Felix Wong of Belgium. Felix Wong, he goes by his username is Loki. He's he grew up in Belgium. His parents are actually originally from Taiwan, I believe. And I strongly believe that he should have also been mentioned. I think he's like, I can't remember how old he is. He might be like 18, 17. I think he's like 18, 19. I can't remember. But he's been very, very active in the community and inspired a lot of people to get out there, to start learning a foreign language. I think this guy should have been mentioned in the article as well. So again, I will post a link to his channel in the description area. You guys can go check him out. Stuart J. Raj. I can't remember. I don't know if Stuart grew up here in the U.S. or the U.K., but I know that he's in Thailand right now, and he's another inspirational language learner who's been in the community for a while. I mean, he was around before I was here. Steve Kaufman, Stuart J. Raj, they both were here before I was. So, yeah, I think he should have been mentioned too, because like I said, he's another language enthusiast, and he studied quite a few languages. So Stuart J. Raj, I haven't seen him make many videos lately on YouTube, but I think I believe I have his channel. I'm subscribed to him. I'll post a link to his channel. You guys can go check out. And then the next person is Fossile of Germany. Now I think she should have been mentioned in the article somewhere as well, because she's actually a female, and it's very rare to come across female polyglots. She speaks several languages, and yeah, she's a really nice woman. I'm subscribed to her. She's been in the language community for a while, so yeah, I think you guys should check her out. It's definitely worth it. And then Brian Greco. This is one of the younger polyglots introduced in the over on the How to Learn Any Language forum. I think this was sometime last year. I remember seeing Brian is 14, I believe. He's 14 years old, and he studies a lot of languages as well. So, and he's from the USA. And considering that this article was written in the US, I think that it would have been cool if Brian was mentioned in there as well, because he, like I said, he was introduced in the language community last year, and he had quite a lot of a lot of people admire what he was doing. And on top of that, being 14 years old, that's very young to be learning as many languages as he's been learning. The next person is John. I can't remember John's last name, but I remember he's from Utah. Now he's been kind of missing. I haven't seen anything from him for a while, but we exchanged emails at the time when he was making videos. So John from Utah, and I believe he was pretty young too. I think he was like maybe 15 or 16. I can't remember the exact age, but I remember that he spoke several languages and is studying a whole bunch of languages, and they mentioned him on the How to Learn Any Language site as well. So I think I still got his channel. I will post it in the description area. And then the last but not least, Mr. Monteleone. I think that's how you pronounce his last name, Caesar. Caesar is a very interesting character. He's from Canada, and he was mentioned. He was also introduced on the forums. I mean, there was some controversy, but I guess I will say that he's also a big language enthusiast. I mean, this guy, he's up to like 70 languages or something like that, and he studies a lot of languages, and he should have been mentioned as well, especially considering how old he is. He's a younger language learner. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I was just kind of surprised at those two things. These people here who I mentioned, they've been around for a while. Steve Kaufman, Felix Wang, Loki, Stuart J. Raj, Fossile, and these others. They've been around for, particularly Steve Kaufman, Felix Wang, Stuart J., Fossile. They've been around for a while. Brian, John, and Caesar, they were just introduced like maybe a year. I think a year. What's it, last year? Yeah, last year sometime. So, again, I want to show my appreciation to Mr. Leland. Thanks a lot for contacting me and including me in this article. Congratulations to the other language learners who were mentioned in this article, and special congrats to our buddy Timothy Donor. Very, 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 very admirable stuff we have here. So yeah, I will post the link to this article in the description area, and yeah, I hope I'm not forgetting. Now again, before I stop, there are some other language learners who've been very inspirational in the community, but there are just some people who've been around for a long time, who've gotten a lot of people, interested in learning languages. That's why I mentioned those. So if I didn't mention you, I didn't mean to. Maybe I just forgot. But like I said, if you go to my front channel, I have some other links to some other channels you guys can check out, other language learners. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for viewing, and again, thanks a lot, and let me know what you guys think.